Greetings and welcome to Your Brain on Nerd. I'm interested in what kind of content you guys might be interested in. I feel I can talk about the intersection between mental fitness and several nerdy hobbies. I started with running, but I am already planning something on cooking and role-playing games. Please comment on what type of content you might be interested in. This is my second video in a three-part series on running and mental fitness. As I mentioned in my first video, making a training schedule is important to your mental fitness. And there should be two levels of activities on that schedule: challenging activities and everyday activities. The bulk of your goals or activities should be realistically achievable, never beyond your reach, and should never cause additional frustration. One of those type of goals, for me, is the recovery run. If we're training for a physical event, most training days are done at the recovery level, either to prep us for the next intense stretch goal or to give us something back or build on or relax from our last stretch goal. Most days are going to be an easy or enjoyable, achievable pace. So in running, most runs are recovery runs. I really like the word recovery here, especially in how it relates to mental fitness. One definition of recovery is a restoration to a normal or healthy condition. And in a lot of ways, that's what coaches and other runners are talking about when they say recovery run. But the definition I like better is the act or power of regaining, retaking, or obtaining renewed possession. Daily life takes from us. The daily grind for many of us is exactly that. It's a grind. It slowly wears away at us, stealing from us our energy, our mental focus, and even our emotional sense of well-being. We're constantly robbed. And for those of us suffering with poor mental fitness, that theft can be devastating. So here's an example. I have attention span deficit disorder and PTSD and complex grief. And I'm doing my best to keep all of those things under control, giving energy to each of those things, while at the same time teaching psychology, being a supportive husband and a friend, trying to start a YouTube channel, and generally trying to enjoy my life. That's a lot. It takes a lot for me to attend to all of those things. Then my day starts and I'm on my way to work and someone cuts me off and a little piece of me is stolen away. And I continue my day and I realize I forgot a deadline for work. Another piece of me is stolen away by that stressor. By midday, I'm still hanging tough, but my reserves are kind of getting low, and someone at lunch is rude to me. Another piece is stolen. Traffic on the way home is terrible. More of me is taken. I watch the news, and even more is taken from me. So by the time I'm making dinner, I'm pretty depleted, and by this time, I've had a lot of energy that I'm using for those other things is gone. So maybe I let my focus, my attention span deficit energy slip a little bit. And I burn dinner. And of course, burning dinner is a stressor, and that robs me of more of my energy. So by the end of dinner, I'm whooped. And I don't know what I can do to make myself happy and peaceful again. But I still need to do something for myself. So I can go for one of my challenge goals. But if I fail at that, I'll just lose more of me. Or I can have a recovery run. Like I said, recovery is regaining, retaking, or obtaining renewed possession. I'm taking something back. So it's realistically achievable goal. It won't add frustration, and afterwards I can look back at it and say that's something I did. So when I'm out running my recovery run, I'm not just helping my body recover, but I'm actively taking back for myself some of those things that have been robbed from me. I'm taking back my energy. I'm taking back my sense of accomplishment or efficacy. I'm taking back my well-being and my sense of peace. So recovery is taking back in a healthy way everything that was taken back from us during the day. And when we do that, we have more for ourselves. But that also means that we'll have more for those who depend on us. This series has been on running, and I have one more running video to do next week. But mental fitness recovery doesn't have to just be running. Those items on your training schedule that are realistically achievable and don't add frustration can all be recovery, if they're framed right. I hope you can recover what has been stolen from you today, and I look forward to seeing you on our next video. Please leave any comments or questions or ideas for content that you would like below, and as always, this is your Brain on Nerve.